How do you build a six-figure real estate wholesaling business? Now, in this video, I'm going to share with you my 3 steps to building a six-figure business with wholesaling in 2020. What's good, clever investors? Cody Sperber here, back again with another awesome training video for you here today to go over how you can build a six-figure wholesaling business in 2020. Now, these are going to be updated strategies to help you win in the upcoming year. Remember, hit that bell to turn on post notifications. I really appreciate you doing that. All right, let's dive on in. Now, building a six-figure business, it starts with having an understanding of how a successful business should operate. Now, let's just take a look at a couple characteristics of successful businesses. Now, number 1, successful businesses, they're businesses, they're not jobs. Number 2, successful businesses, they're scalable. And number 3, successful businesses have a purpose. Let's just talk deeper about each of these characteristics. Now, when I say businesses are not jobs, what I'm referring to is the saying, work on your business, not in your business. And your wholesaling business should serve you and the lifestyle that you've always wanted. If you created a job for yourself instead of a business that functions through systems, then you're going to quickly get burned out from pretty much everything. For most of you out there, you started your wholesaling business just like I did with the sole purpose of escaping the rat race. Don't jump back into the same rat race by creating more work for yourself. Rely on the systems and then lean in. Now, let's talk about what it actually means to have a scalable business. Now, when I say scale, I'm referring specifically to businesses' ability to increase revenue and decrease what's called incremental costs, meaning the more business that you do, the cheaper it's actually going to become. Now, to me, all great businesses are able to effectively scale without sacrificing margin. This ultimately leads to massive growth, unlocking your ability to reinvest your earnings, which is the key, and explode your revenues. Now, let's talk about the last characteristic real fast. The most important characteristic, which all successful businesses share, is that you have to have a purpose. They're more concerned with why they exist and make it a point to have a purpose-driven business and a purpose-driven operation. And some of the greatest businesses in the world, they know and they understand why they are in business. Now, a couple of my favorite quotes on this are from a guy named Simon Sinek. Now, if you haven't heard of Simon Sinek, he's got a lot of great YouTube videos on this particular topic. I highly recommend checking him out. But he said one time, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. He also said, very few people or companies, they can clearly articulate why they do what they do. And by why, I mean your purpose, your cause, your belief. Why does your company exist? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? And why should anybody care? Guys and gals, find your why and you're going to stand out from the rest of the competition. All right, enough motivation. Now that we have an understanding of what a successful business is, let's outline the steps to building a six-figure wholesaling operation in 2020. Step number 1 is to invest in systems. Systematizing your wholesaling business in 2020 is going to be the only way to win, in my opinion. Technology is forever expanding, and the information right now, the data that's out there and that's getting more detailed and dialed in by the second. More wholesalers are able to target potential sellers with more data points so they can actually increase their chances of getting more assignments and getting to the best deals first. Now, in order to systematize, you're going to need to invest in systems. That's the whole point of that. That can help you locate and pinpoint the sellers with the highest motivation level faster than anybody else. Now, you're also going to want to invest in a system that can help you keep your direct mail campaigns organized, keep them trackable. If you can't track your campaigns, we call them KPIs in business, your key performance indicators. If you can't track them, then there's no way for you to prove upon them. Now, these are just a few systems that I really focus on in my personal business that is going to help you build a business instead of creating a job for yourself. And I know what you're probably thinking, Cody, do you know where I can find a system like that helps me, scale my wholesaling business and helps me run the entire operation? Well, I'm so happy you asked because actually I do. It's called the Deal Automator, and it's the most powerful tool on the planet. It's a helpful one-stop shop. It's, I'm a little biased because I created it, but it's pretty much the system to end all systems. It does everything under one roof. Now, I'm not going to spend any more time on this video telling you about the Deal Automator, so I'll just post a link down below and you can check it out. All right, step number 2, overdrive as much as you can in marketing and stay consistent. This is where you should focus on scaling your wholesaling business. Now, once you figured out how you're going to market to potential sellers, it's super important that you really ramp up your marketing efforts as fast as humanly possible. Don't just focus on one marketing channel. And what I mean by this is switch it up. Try new things. If you already have a list and you're sending out mailers to that list, and you got it kind of on autopilot now and you scheduled it out, what you should do next is take that list and then skip trace it. All right? See if you can get some of these people on the phone. And if you can't get them on the phone, then consider driving for some dollars and going and knocking on some doors. Maybe just farm investor-friendly areas. Don't just solely rely on one marketing method, because in the long run, this can be very expensive and it's not sustainable. Make sure you're always pushing and searching for new marketing methods to increase your response rates. Now, outside of diversifying your marketing, you have to stay consistent. All right, consistency. That's the X factor between you getting a deal and the competition getting a deal. So stay at it. Step number 3 is focus on being a problem solver for your sellers. Now, I've already hinted at this step earlier on in this conversation, but if you have a purpose-driven business, then your number one priority is to create relationships with the sellers and then help solve their problems. All right? Some of these houses, some of these homes, they're going to be you're going to be targeting them with your marketing efforts, and they're most likely going to be more than one wholesaler also targeting these sellers. This is especially true if you live in a competitive market like mine here in Arizona. The wholesalers who can successfully position themselves as problem solvers, they're probably going to be the ones that end up getting the deal. They're probably going to be the ones that get the referrals. They're probably going to be the ones that continually build their real estate wholesaling operation to 6 figures and potentially beyond. Now, a good rule of thumb is to get to know your potential sellers, and I am able to do this by just asking some simple questions. Here's 3 quick questions just off the top of my head that you can ask a potential seller. Number 1, how are you doing today? What's going on in your life right now? Right? This way, I ask this question because this helps me not be a stranger to them. It makes me more relatable, more personable. Don't come off as a robot like you're reading from some script. Make a freaking connection. Be a human being. Number 2 is ask them what's the reason that they're looking to sell. All right? We're trying to uncover motivation. We're trying to understand their pain points. This question is going to give you more insight to what they're going through. It's going to help you gauge their motivation level. You don't want to waste time on somebody who's not motivated, but at the same time, you want to be able to pinpoint their hot buttons so that way you can create solutions to solve their problems. Number 3, I like to ask, how can I help you? All right? Sometimes I say it a different way. I say things like, if I had a magic wand and we were able to put the perfect solution to your housing problem together, what would that look like? And I have them talk to me and just tell me how to do business with them, right? My job is to provide the most value for them. All right? So I ask open-ended questions and I pay attention to their answers because it's going to give you a lot of information and help you stand out in the process. Now, when you ask these personable questions to the sellers, you're going to come off as a problem solver and a relationship builder. A lot of people can't even build relationships at the most basic level. They think rapport is like you walk into a room and you see, a picture or golf clubs sitting in the side of the room or something like that, and then you talk about golf for 45 minutes. That's the lamest way to build rapport. People would rather make a real connection with you than that fake stuff. All right? Stand up from the crowd by asking and having these types of conversations. All right, that's it. Let's recap. The 3 steps to building a 6-figure wholesaling business in 2020 are number 1, invest in systems. Number 2, overdrive your marketing efforts and stay consistent. Number 3, be a problem solver for your sellers. All right, that's all I have for you today. What do you think on this one? Tell me down below what you think about these 3 steps in the comment section. Also, let me know what other types of trainings and videos would you like to see from me in the future. And as always, to get that free gift, what do you got to do? You got to click the pinned comment link down below this video and take me up on my 30-day deal challenge where you can check out my free training and take your real estate wholesaling business in 2020 to that next level. All right, if you gained some value from this, please, please, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel so you can join other like-minded clever investors on the road to financial freedom. I'm Cody Sperber, the original Clever Investor. Sign up for now. Take care. Comb your hair. Sperber out.